Great. So I want to welcome everyone to the Women Veterans Alliance Wednesday webinar series. I'm Melissa Washington, CEO and founder of Women Veterans Alliance. Welcome you all here. If you did see, we have been piloting an app throughout our webinar series throughout this year. It's just an opportunity to gain engagement as far as your interest in the presentation and the topics that have been presented through the presentation. If you haven't heard of our organization, this is your first time you've heard of us. We are a nationwide organization with our primary focus is to connect you, the women veteran, with resources and each other. And one of the ways that we connect you is through our Wednesday webinar series. And again, the Wednesday webinar series is at no cost to anyone. Any women veterans should join. But if you're interested in learning more about our organization, you can go to our website, Women Veterans Alliance. Also, if you're on social media, feel free to connect with us. We're on Facebook. We have a Facebook group. We have a Facebook page. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. We're on Pinterest. We're on LinkedIn. And of course, we're on YouTube. I highly recommend that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you can get updates when we do upload other webinars. But we do have a great library of webinars that are listed on our YouTube channel. The Unconference, if you've heard about it, haven't heard about it, this is our annual signature event that will take place October 8th through the 10th at the Tropicana, Las Vegas. It is a 3-day event for women veterans to connect, to laugh, to cry, to have fun, to get things taken care of on their to-do list, whether it's headshots, equine therapy, makeup. We've got clothing boutique. We have a lot of great things that happen on the weekend. There are still tickets available if you're interested in coming in person, or we do have virtual options available this year. If you haven't heard of our other organization, Women Veterans Giving is our nonprofit partner. And through there, we provide scholarships for women veterans to attend our conference, as well as other conferences. And also we have a small business award that we give every year. To date, we've given our $10,000 to women veterans to start or expand her business. Our application period just closed, and we'll be announcing those scholarship recipients as well as our top 5 small business award nominees in the next couple of weeks. A lot of good stuff. So if you're interested in making a donation, we are able to fund these programs through donations. Women Veterans California is our new magazine that we're going to be launching in January. It is a magazine/directory. It's an annual publication that's available in print and online. And we are starting with California, and we'll be launching to other states. So it's an opportunity if you're interested in writing an article, submitting an article, interested in advertising. This is a great opportunity to do this, as we will have distribution points throughout the state of California. And next week is our last Wednesday webinar series of 2021, and we are ending it with Phyllis Wilson. If you don't know who she is the president of the Women's Memorial out of DC, and she is going to be talking about 9/11, the 20th anniversary, with her topic, Walking to Remember. So it's a great opportunity to hear her. She is a retired lieutenant colonel, and she's going to just have a fantastic presentation next Wednesday, which is our last one. So without further ado, I know all of you are here not to hear me. You're here to get your guided breathing exercise, which I'm looking forward to as well. So I would like to introduce our presenter today. Arlene Alexander is the founder and CEO of Alexander Consulting, LLC, the parent company of Hawaii Holistic Communication Skills Training Company. And yes, she is in Hawaii. After serving 10 years in the Air Force as a liaison specialist and budget officer, Laura incorporated those leadership skills with her entrepreneurial spirit to serve the business community. Some of the industries that benefited from her services included, but are not limited to, individuals from the U.S. Army, nonprofit organizations, the healthcare industry, local schools, and the university, as well as a construction retail industry. Her company is a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business and disadvantaged business enterprise. She has her BA in interpersonal speech communication. She is also a certified DISC practitioner, Crystal Reiki Master Trainer, and transformational life coach. In addition to training received through the Project Management Institute and Dale Carnegie Professional Training, these are designed to bring added value to her clients with over 20 years of experience in the training and development field and the business and life coaching field. Laura, it's all yours. Excuse me, not Laura, Arlene, it's all yours.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to attempt to share. Hello, everyone. Thank you for attending. I truly appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen of the PowerPoint we're going to do now, so we'll be able to get started shortly.
There we go.
And give me a few minutes to set this back up. It was set up and then it went off. So thank you for your patience. There we go. All right, so the goal today is to help us to learn how to focus. I mean, COVID-19, COVID is really helping us to see the importance of our breathing. And this particular breathing is designed for us to support us in getting a lot more done in our day and being able to concentrate on the things that need to get done. So I love to start all of my presentation with a prayer affirmation, because our subconscious mind drives our behavior and it needs some loving thoughts and soothing words. So I like to start this prayer / affirmation. I'll say it once and then we say it together. And if at any time you have any questions, please put it in the chat so you don't forget. And we're gonna do a lot of exercises. So at the end, we'll have some Q&A. So let's begin. I breathe deeply and fully. I take in a breath of life and I am nourished. Together. I breathe deeply and fully. I take in a breath of life and I am nourished. Perfect health is my divine right and I claim it now. Perfect health is my divine right and I claim it now. I breathe in deeply and fully every day, easily and effortlessly. I breathe in deeply and fully every day, easily and effortlessly. I am constantly breathing in deeply, giving myself sufficient oxygen. I am constantly breathing in deeply, giving myself sufficient oxygen. I enjoy breathing in fully, giving myself what it needs on every level. Together, I enjoy breathing fully, giving myself what it needs on every level. I am grateful for my healthy body. I love life. I am grateful for my healthy body. I love life. I am safe. It is safe to breathe deeply and fully. I am safe. It is safe to breathe deeply and fully. I am committed to breathing in deeply for my optimum health. I am committed to breathing in deeply for my optimum health. I am ready to take responsibility for my health. I am at peace with life. I am ready to take responsibility for my health. I am at peace with life. I release the past with love. I feel safe to breathe deeply and care for myself. I release the past with love. I feel safe to breathe deeply and care for myself. Wow, that feels good. Now that we got that out the way and we, energize ourselves with these positive affirmations and prayer, let me give a little bit of introduction to myself on what inspired me to do this breathing exercise, to go on this self-healing journey. Well, I originally came from the Caribbean, Grenada, came to the United States when I was 7 years old. So just life and my life's journey was very challenging. I had sexual trauma, I had emotional abuse, physical abuse. Life just smacked me around real good. And growing up with some brothers and coming from the islands being teased, I was always like tensed up, waiting for the next punch, because I got punched in the face, I got punched and knocked out a couple of times. So I was tense. So I wasn't breathing good my entire life because I was so tensed with the traumas that was coming at me. And, teenagers, I was like, ooh, I gotta look cute in my outfit. So let me just suck in my stomach and hold my breath. So between the tension of the bullying and protecting my body and vanity of looking cute in my outfit, I created a horrible breathing pattern for myself. And then I wonder why I was struggling in school. I was like, why the information won't stick? Why am I having to study harder than everybody else? Why is school so hard for me? Whole time my body was just barely surviving with little bit of oxygen, and the body needs oxygen more than anything else. And I was just given enough just to survive, not to thrive. So we're gonna learn how to give our body what it needs to thrive instead of just survive like we've been doing, at least me. So that is why I decided to go on this journey to fix the problems that I was having in my life, to fix the depression, to fix the addiction, to fix all of the issues. And I was trying to find, searching for everything. And these are some of the things that I came upon. And this one, the breath work, was the game changer. I mean, I'm into Reiki, I'm into all these alternative therapies, but without the breath, the body can't assimilate, it can't do much. So this is where it begins. And scientific research, when we go through it later on, is going to show proof of you really taking a good chance to learn this here, to invest in your health and invest in your life by coming to this presentation. It's going to be well worth it when you find out the research that's been done around this. So what can you expect from this presentation? Well, the first, we're gonna look at the scientific study of the power of diaphragmatic breathing. We're gonna have a whole section on that. We're gonna start off with the causes of our poor breathing and its benefits in section 1. We also in section 1 gonna do the baseline. What is your baseline? When I did my baseline breathing pattern the first time, I was like, whoa, how am I still living? It was pretty bad. And then section 2, we're going to look at the scientific studies Harvard University did on diaphragmatic breathing as something that they implemented for stress disorder now. And section 3, with all of this information, if there's no plan of action, if there's no when you're going to do it, how you're going to do it, all of the, action plan steps to put in place, is going to be a great information that's not implemented. And it's about implementing it, especially now where our respiratory system is compromised. So it's a lot of good stuff. So let's begin. In the section 1, like we said, we're going to focus on the benefits of the diaphragmatic breathing, the causes of our poor breathing, why it's important, and then our exercise. So let's begin with why this should be important to you. Well, based on research, it shows that, and we'll see this later on in section 2, how it can relieve our emotional stress and anxiety. And I have to do a little bit of that because, judging how this presentation can go, if you're going to like me and all of that. So I did the breathing to calm my energy down. It helps to relieve pain. Experimented on that. It worked really well. It improves our mood. It improves our symptoms of depression. It improves our ability to focus, have more attention and concentration, which is the main reason why you're attending this workshop. It increases our energy and it improves our mood. So it has so much benefits for us, and it's going to be well worth your time. So let's begin with setting our intentions, because everything kind of begins with our intention, what we want, why we want it. So rate your desire for change. Are you having health issues? What motivated you? Do you need to get more done in your day and you really want to be able to maximize and up level yourselves? Rate your desire for change. How motivated you're going to be to implement these exercises from 1 to 10. Put that in the chat, write it off on the side, whatever works for you. And what is it costing you in your health and your level of happiness? Where are you right now on your journey? Are your productivity level low, or your happiness level is like, you're like, just low grade depression or just straight up depression? What health issues are you having? High blood pressure, diabetes? What issues is showing up? Because breath, everything begins and ends with breath. So that's going to be a a very influential factor in that, as we're going to find out. And are you ready to change? Sometimes we just not ready. So be honest with yourself. If you're ready, then get revved up, plan and prepare. Like, yeah, I'm gonna implement this. I'm gonna get me an accountability buddy. We're gonna make this happen. I'm gonna change my life. And what behaviors are getting in your way? You know, what can you, once you know what the obstacles are, then you can kind of figure out, okay, what solution can I come up to deal with this specific obstacle that's getting in the way of my health? And what do you need? What help do you need? Do you want an accountability buddy? Do you want a coach? Do you want to go solo for yourself for a while, see how that goes? Figure it out. And then once you sure of the intention and you clear of where you want to go on your journey and why you want to go there, how important your health is, then you're more likely to commit to the changes that need to be made. So this is an opportunity to get motivated through clarity and in clear intentions. So what is causing our poor breathing patterns? Well, I shared a little bit of it with you on my story. So I'm going to share how my breathing patterns and put in the chat box. I like this to be interactive, but I just want to make sure we get through all of it with all the exercises. Poor posture. Poor posture is going to be an easy thing that's occurring for most of us, because most of us is working a stationary job where we sit down and we leaning over on the computer, pressing down on our lungs and not opening up our chest to kind of breathe in fully and deeply. So our posture is really impacting the quality of our breathing, our ability to breathe deeply. I know I used to be hunched over all the time. So I'm practicing. Thank you, military, for helping me to practice the standing up straight and our shallow breathing. When you're scared, which most of us are in a state of fear now with our possible health crisis that we're going through now, just the fear that we have in us, the traumas that we have in us, it impacts our breathing. It creates a shallow story about our breathing patterns. So I know I used to breathe shallow because I was tense all the time. Like, when the next ball, hit gonna come, when something bad gonna happen. I was always ready and tensed up for it and holding my breath. Like I shared with you, vanity, trying to look cute in my outfits, trying to make my stomach flat while my brain was like compromised. So these are some of the ways that our breathing patterns is compromised with our stationary job. And then, when we breathe in healthy, our body don't feel good, our legs, the different ailments and feelings coming on our body. So we feeling too much pain, no exercise, but we don't really need to put as much effort into exercising as we think we should, when we could just sit and breathe in deeply, because that's what's happening when you exercise. You putting oxidating the body. So the lack of exercise causes, our breathing patterns to be compromised. And for sure, the traumas, all of the physical, emotional. I had every kind of trauma you could think of. And those traumas created me to not trust life and to not feel safe and to be tense all the time and to hold my breath, waiting for the next, drama or trauma to come. So all of these really impact our breathing patterns, and it tells a story about who we are and what's showing up in our lives and why that's what's showing up is showing up. So it's important to know what's causing our issues and why it's important to breathe deeply. Well, we can go 40 days without food. I only went 14 and it was a struggle. And 4 days without water. I went 4 days without water with alcohol, and 4 minutes without oxygen. 4 minutes without compromising our brain, compromising our health. That is how important breathing is, because of the limited amount of time we could survive without it. So if we do nothing else in our lives, we have to focus on it. I feel like I need to focus on breathing more deeply and fully. So we're going to focus, there's more different types of breathing, but we're going to focus on the two. The upper chest breathing, where I breathe my entire life, just always worrying and scared and breathing shallow. And then the abdominal breathing right into the diaphragm, right into the belly, where all of that food and all of that action is taking place to give us the energy. That's where we want to head to. And that's what we're going to learn and focus on. So we're going to figure out, what kind of breather are you? Are you a chest breather or are you an abdominal breather? Most of us are not using our whole respiratory system to breathe. In fact, shockingly, most of us just breathe 33, a mere third of our total capacity. Can you imagine if we were breathing at 80 or 90%? We probably become superhuman beings or something. I don't know. I'm going to try and get there, let you know. Each human being is unique with a unique pattern, breathing pattern. Everyone's breathing has a story that influences from their birth trauma, their early childhood experience, their parental authority, their school peers, and the suffering from our teenage years and our early adulthood. There's enough going on in our body and our emotions to create traumas on its own. And that influences our breathing story. So think about, what is your breathing story? What's your breathing journey? What influences your breathing throughout your life? Think about that. So this is a time for us to do an exercise, to do a baseline on our breathing pattern. What is our normal breathing pattern? Before we know where we're trying to go, we need to know where we are so that we can have a measurable guideline into how we're improving. So I'm going to put the time on for 1 minute. This is time for you. And please put it in the chat. Curious to see what the numbers are. My numbers was pretty high. When you breathe in normal, just if you slunch over when you slunch over, do so. However you normally sit that way. If you feel like standing up, however you want to do it. Just breathe in normal, sit normal. And I'm going to put the time on for 1 minute, and then just count your inhalation or your exhalation, either on your fingers, on a piece of paper, in your head, however it works for you. Inhalation or exhalation, pick one and count till the timer go off. So if you're ready, get ready. Let's get your baseline. Begin. Time's up. What was your number? Please share. I would love to know. In the end, we can share and discuss our numbers, our before and after numbers, and see how we went. I didn't do it on this one, but next time. So oxygen is the most vital, the most important, essential nutrient the body needs. The body needs it for every function, for everything. So it is the most important thing. And our average person breathes 12 to 18 breaths per minute. Mine has consistently been in the high 20s. I've had short, shallow. I mean, it's not that bad now. It's below 18. Mine's is closer to 15 breaths per minute. I went from like 28, 29 something to 15 breaths per minute now. I was always breathing short, shallow breath. And that creates a stress, fight, and flight physiology. So when we breathe in shallow, then the body automatically think we in danger. And then all of the, energy is going towards our muscles instead of functioning our, brain function and all of that, because it's in fight and flight. The optimum breath, they said, is 6 breaths per minute. I have yet to reach close to 6. I'm at 15 with constant practice. So it takes a while for the cells in the unconscious mind to change its patterns. So this is a journey. It's not a quick fix, and nor will, I don't know, some of you guys may be super beings or amazing. You might be able to change your breathing pattern and be more of a conscious breather on a more consistent basis. So that would be amazing. That's the goal, because we want long, deep breath, because that stimulates rest and heal physiology. It tells the cells we are safe. It's safe to heal. It's safe to thrive. It's safe to become the best versions of ourselves. And all of that oxygen goes to the brain because we giving the body what it needs so that it can function at its best. So we're going to go through now how to breathe properly. Because we're going to do another assessment. So before we do the next assessment, we need to know the best way to breathe. So you want to breathe through the nose, because the air, the nostril, the hair in the nostril, it releases, it protects it from too much toxin coming in. So you want to breathe in through the nose and exhale slowly, because exhale fully out, because it slows the heart rate down, and that should be longer than an inhalation if you want to focus on releasing toxins in your body. And then you want to keep your shoulders as relaxed as possible, and your neck and shoulders shouldn't be doing that. It should be and feeling it in your stomach. And you want to keep your shoulders and your neck relaxed, but you want to exhale fully and feel it going from your chest into your stomach, and then consciously push your belly out so that it can make room for more oxygen to fill up your abdominal. And when you exhale, you want to exhale completely, because the more you exhale is the more toxin that you're releasing from the body. So you want to exhale fully. And it also, when you have nothing left, then your body automatically, you don't have to try to take a full breath. Your body is going to be like, oh, wow, I need a breath. I need a deep breath. So it's going to automatically take a deep breath if you have nothing left in your body. So you want to do full exhalation to release the toxin, full inhalation through your nose, go past your chest into your stomach, put your hands an inch away from your belly so that you can see and feel that your stomach is expanded as fully as it can. And then to take it to the next level, it's a lot to remember, but if you can remember, you have this recording to review. You want to have an inner smile. You want to have, you see how I have a smile on my face, or just a pleasant smile, because then it's telling your cells, I'm safe. She has a smile on her face. We must be safe. So the signals in the body is that you're in a safe space. So if you can have the smile while you're taking a deep breath and you're taking it to the next level, we're talking to your cells. So let's go through it again. In through the nose, all the way to the belly, inner smile, hands out an inch apart, belly expanded as fully out. Pull the belly in and exhale fully through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Fully out, fully in. So that's the rhythm of how we're going to breathe now. So this is the time for the exercise. This is where your goal is to get to 6 breaths per minute. I'm going to put the time on. So sit up straight, your shoulders, have your chest open, like how the military taught us, shoulders back, chest open. And then, you preparing your body for the full inhalation. And then you want to breathe in fully through the nose until you can't go no more. Push the belly out, feel that belly pushed out, and then through the mouth fully. So If you're ready, I'm going to put the timer on and let's see what number your before and after number begin. Time's up. Okay, awesome. I was looking at the chat and it looks like you guys are doing really good with your breathing. So I'm curious to see what that before and after is going to be. Yay. Let's see. All right. Well, now this thing is not wanting to operate for me. There we go. Now we move into section 2. This is what's going to create the motivation, because we love scientific, at least for me. I love to see like scientific proof on how things are happening. Well, we're going to look at the groundbreaking research studies that was done on the power of deep diaphragmatic breathing to promote our mental, our emotional, and our physical well-being. And this is where we're going to practice the alternate nose breathing exercise, which is the specific one that focuses on improving your focus, having more attention and more concentration in the things that you're doing, to get more done easier and effortlessly. So let's see, there we go. So it all began, as far as Harvard Institute is concerned, in 1970 with Dr. Herbert Benson, a cardiologist, and he's the founder of Harvard Mind Body Medical Institute. And that's where they considered the impact of relaxation techniques, and particularly focusing on breathing techniques for physiological health. And they started to see that deep breathing was very valuable. So they start using it as a means to treat several stress-related disorders. So we're going to explore just a few of the studies that was done on the power of diaphragmatic breathing to alter our body. So studies have shown that heart disease, depression, anxiety, chronic pain patients, they all had one thing in common. They had an intimate relationship with shallow chest breathing. And several research has suggested that maintenance of posture and breathing habit to be the most important factor in our health and our ability to energize our body, to have more energy, to get more done in our day. So the first one we're going to focus on, this study was used both subjective, self-reported, and objective parameters such as heart rate, saliva, cortisol levels, found that deep breathing was an effective way to improve mood. So you can use these exercises to improve your mood. Also, inflammation is a root cause of most disease. And a 2016 study found that after performing 20 minutes of breathing exercises and having their saliva tested at 5-minute interval, participants had significant changes in their saliva, which served as a biomarker for inflammation. So we can alter and change the course of our disease and challenges with these breathing practices. And another 2016 study in which participants was taught deep, which we're going to do alternate nose breathing, found that after 30-minute session at a 24-hour follow-up, memory recall was significantly improved. And if you want more energy, I know I need more energy to get much as I need to get done in my day. There are a few reasons that deep breathing can increase vitality. And research found that 12 weeks of daily yogic training practice successfully increased the GH and the DHEAS in both males and females. And these practices, I think, have really helped me to look young and feel have more vitality because I'm 57 in October, and I feel like my body feels a lot younger and stronger with these new practices. Lord knows I used it to help me with my drinking and my other eating and all of my excess patterns. A study that looked into using yogic breathing exercises as a way to assist smokers in abstaining from cigarette found that the techniques could successfully help curb craving. And the participants was either shown a video of breathing exercises or instructed to do so for 10 minutes. Both groups had noticeable reduced craving. So we can actually help to support us in our challenges with addiction with different breathing patterns. A 2012 studies looked at the impact of diaphragmatic breathing as a complementary care method and found some positive results. It was shown that these breathing techniques was effective in reducing the oxidative stress in type 2 diabetes. So it really supports us on our journey of health and wellness. And one study found that 10 minutes of deep breathing techniques 6 days a week for 6 weeks resulted in improvement in the scores on a rapid fire arithmetic deviation test and a plain card test. So this is how it can really help. So 10 minutes of these alternate breathing exercises can really help you, but start small and build your way up. And then we have where we're going to do this brain stimulation exercise. Now I'm going to explain how the process look, and we're going to do it together and go at your own rhythm. You'll get the idea. You alternate from one nose to another as best as you can at your own rhythm, honoring your body when you need, when it's time to stop your inhalation, when it's time to take in a full inhalation. So while we're doing that, most important, if you can remember, inner smile, and then we're gonna make sure that we follow your rhythm and not so much my rhythm. Catch up and get the idea when we go through it. So you want to sit and stand in an erect posture when you're doing this on your own, ideally in a well-ventilated area. And you want to close off your right nostril, and you want to exhale through the left nostril completely. So you want to start off with an exhalation, a complete exhalation. And for my hands to not get in the way, you know, there's a way to use your index finger and your middle finger to switch back and forth easily. But for the view, I want you to be able to see, I'm going to just use my 2 fingers. So you exhale through the left and you inhale through the right. And you do that 3 counts. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. And then once you get 3 times of exhaling and inhaling, then you want to, when you get to the exhale, then you want to inhale to the left. And then you want to exhale to the right. So you starting off with exhaling to the left, and then you ending with inhaling to the left. So you're just switching off. Now, you know, if you want to do inhale and exhale to the same nostril, the idea is to flood your body with more oxygen so it has the oxygen it needs to function at its optimum. That's the goal. So for those of you that needs to be perfect, no need to be perfect. Make sure you breathe in deeply, switch off the nostril best as you can. So we're gonna begin. Let's see. Okay, yes. We're gonna begin now. I'm gonna put the timer on for 3 minutes, and then you'll see and you'll catch up with me and you'll get the idea. And sometime I glitch up with it. So we'll just do the best we can with where we're at. So let's begin. Exhale through the left. Inhale to the right. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the right. Three. Exhale to the left. Now you're going to inhale to the left. And you're going to exhale to the right. You're going to inhale to the left. And you're going to exhale to the right. And you're going to inhale to the left. Recycle. You're going to exhale to the left. You're going to inhale to the right. You're going to exhale to the left. You're going to inhale to the right. You're going to exhale to the left. You're going to inhale to the left. Cycle finish. You're going to exhale to the right. You're going to inhale to the left. You're going to exhale to the left, to the right. You're going to inhale to the left. Cycle complete. You're going to exhale to the left. You're going to inhale to the right. You're going to exhale to the left. You're going to inhale to the right. Cycle complete. You're going to exhale to the right. You're going to inhale to the left. You're going to exhale to the right. You're going to inhale to the left. You're going to exhale to the right. Cycle complete. So this is how you can stimulate your brain to have more focus, more concentration, more energy, and be able to get more done in your day, easier, faster, work smarter, not harder. So this is a great exercise, and scientific research have proved that over a period of time, it helps to improve our memory. So those of you that, like my family, Alzheimer's running my family. So I'm making sure I do these exercises so my brain get as much oxygen as it needs, so I don't have to worry about those challenges later. So we went through in section 2, we went over how to scientific research showing that we can relieve our emotional stress and anxiety. We can improve our mood. We can reduce inflammation. We can improve our focus, attention, and concentration. We can improve our memory, and we can increase our energy and much more with deep diaphragmatic breathing. And we ended with a 3-minute diaphragmatic breathing exercise to practice for 3 minutes to get a feel for it. So the goal is an inner smile, let your cells know you're safe, and to breathe in deeply, alternate the nose as best as you can. Find your rhythm, do it the way that you're feeling resonated. These are some recommendation. Change it up if it makes you feel better. The goal is to breathe deeply so your body has the most valuable and most essential nutrient to keep you healthy and strong, especially now. So in section 3, this is where we're going to focus on, coming up with ways to create this breathing pattern into your life as a habit. How can we make this a routine, and how can we set up a template, a roadmap for success by having these breathing patterns in our lives on a regular basis every day. And if you're really gong ho, ideally, before breakfast, so the body has enough oxygen to take that breakfast food and really maximize the nutrients into your brain and into your body to work your best. So before each meal or after each meal, if you forget, would be good. 3 times is a goal, but start with one, start off small. So in this section, we're going to look at practical application on how to turn these deep breathing exercises into a technique so that we can have more of a better physical health, mental and emotional stability in our lives so that we can get more done, smarter, not harder. And as we see in the scientific based evidence showed us proof that this is powerful, that they're using it to help clients with their disorders, stress related disorder and the health issues. So we now have the knowledge to change the state of our health. This time with COVID, more than any other time, this is a time for us to take responsibility for our health, to get in the game of doing what we can, doing our part to bring our body back into optimum health. And the most important and the first step out of many steps is deep breathing. So how can we create a routine that would stick? How can we create a routine for our deep breathing exercises to get more focus and concentration in our day? Well, ideally, you could do it when you're walking outside. You could do it sitting in your bed if your body's compromised. I just sit up in my bed and I do it right in my bed. Sometimes when I'm just too tired to sit up, I just lay there and breathe. And then I get the energy to get up. So if you're laying down, sitting down, wherever you are, just get started. But the important thing for a routine is the brain need consistency. So you want to do it at the same time and in the same place to establish a habit. If you keep changing, then the brain don't know what to expect, and it's hard to create a routine from that. And then it's even faster and easier. And you could use this type of technique with any and everything else you want to change. You want to link this new desire with something you already do. So if you someone that get up in the morning and your day don't start without your coffee first, like most of us, I gave it up, but most of us, then have your coffee first, calm yourself down, and then do the deep breathing. Then, okay, right after the coffee or before the coffee, I'm going to do the breathing. Or whatever you do after your shower, or whatever you consistently do around the same time, add the breathing to it before or after. And then try to practice. The brain don't need you to go gong ho 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Start with 1 minute today. And then you can say, no, very few people can say, I don't have 1 minute. I just don't have that minute. So start with a minute to create the habit, because the habit doesn't need to be a long 20 minutes for it to be a habit. A habit need to be done in the same time, in the same place, over and over and over again. So start with a minute. And then the next day, 2 minutes. So the gradual incremental increase is way easier and faster and sustainable. But if you try to do 10 minutes and you're like, tomorrow, well, I don't have 10 minutes. I got up late. I'm running late. So start with 1 and build up. And that's the fastest route to do it. And have an inner smile. And even if you forget to do the breathing exercise, or you're just not in the mood, just wake up and say, I'm happy to be alive. Cells, we're safe. I'm smiling. We're safe, because we need to feel safe, especially now more than ever. And using our body, our physical body to smile creates that brain change. You can't smile and be in a depressive mood. If you're feeling depressed, go around smiling, even if you're faking it, smiling. Then it's going to change the endorphins in your brain, and things going to change up a little bit. Not that it's a quick fix or easy thing like that, but give it a try. Have nothing to lose, to smile. So to maintain the habit, you want to take a 1 minute normal breathing assessment. So, like how we did the assessment, and then journal it. Write down every day, do the assessment first, your normal breathing, and then you can tell, okay, I had a fight yesterday with my partner, or things didn't go the way I wanted on my job. I went to bed all worked up. I got up, and can you tell with your breathing what happened in your body, how you're doing? Is your number higher or lower? So journal your breathing pattern and see how it's changing from day to day. So before you do your exercise, do an assessment to see where you're at. What's going on in your breathing? Your breathing going to tell a lot about you, who you are, where you are emotionally on your journey. So check in with that. And then identify, how am I feeling? Journal it. My breathing this morning was a 19. Oh my God. Yeah, I could tell things didn't go right for me yesterday. And then how I'm feeling: a little stressed out, angry, frustrated, whatever. Write it down so you could see your story unfold before you. And then you can find solutions with that. Keep a journal so that you can see how you're improving. And then once you see those incremental improvements, it's going to create an internal motivation when you see, wow, I'm remembering more. I'm able to get more done in my day. I'm feeling better. Wow. Okay. I'm going to do this. And I'm going to get me an accountability buddy. So when I'm feeling lazy or feeling like falling off, my partner going to be like, yo, did you do it? Let's do it. All right, call me every morning around 6 o'clock. We going to work around the same time. Let's get up. I'm going to shoot you a text, or we going to FaceTime, and we going to do it together. If we don't have that accountability, the brain is going to go back into its normal patterns. So your buddy system, I guess that's why the military have that buddy system. And it really helps to maintain that accountability. So get your accountability. And then let's put that goal sheet action plan together. Write this down now, on a piece of paper, on your phone, and notes, wherever. When will you practice? Is the morning not going to work for you? You don't get up early. You're not a morning person. It's just no, not going to work. Maybe lunchtime, give you that boost to get through the day, because you wind up feeling sluggish in the afternoon, nothing getting done, feeling like crap. So maybe the afternoon might be the time for you to do it. Or after work, right before you go to bed, so that you can flood your body with oxygen, so that it has more, because it heals itself from 11 p.m. to like 1 a.m. So if you flood the body with oxygen at night, then it has more oxygen to heal itself. So if you could at all possibly for sure do it at night, that would be ideal. But if you need a boost in the afternoon, that's a good time too. I like to start in the morning. I like to get my morning started with more energy, so I can feel like, yeah, I'm, taking off running in the gate, So, and where will you practice? For me, I sometimes do it while I'm walking, but most of the time I just lazy, I lay there and breathe deeply. Um, Feeling motivated, I sit up and breathe. I don't even get out of my bed, because then I know I'll start ripping around and doing this, and then I won't do it. So I make sure that that's the first thing. Check, done. And how long will you practice for? Ideally, I would say, they said for the alternate nose, 10 minutes showed proof of significant change over a longer period of time. Fine. But I would recommend to create a pattern in the brain. Start at 1 minute today, 2 minutes tomorrow, 3 minutes the next day, and then you'll gradually get to 10 minutes. And then when you get to 10 minutes, you can hold there for a while. And then if you're feeling like a superhero, you can go on to a little bit more. But start small, and then your body won't be going like, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, no, resist change, resist. So avoid that. And how often will you practice? If you're those type of individual that are just really good at sticking to routines and following through, I'm not that great in that area. I'm a I personality type. I like constant change. I'm all over the place. So how often will you practice? For you, some would be like, yo, if it's going to help me to max out my day and heal my body, I'm going to do it 3 times a day. For those, some of you, once a day might be good. If it's a struggle for you, start small. Once a day, 1 minute.
and build up from there. All depends on, you know, who you are and how you are. I know me. I need to start small and build up. So why is this important? We're coming to the end now of this presentation, so we're going to be able to have questions and answers in a little bit. And I just want to end with this motivational benefits of deep breathing, like it detoxifying and release toxins in our body. It gets rid of the inflammation, the root cause of most disease. And release stress and tension. We under so much stress and tensions with the uncertainty, with the health crisis we under. We need, and of course, respiratory, because if anything going to shut the economic system down and shut the world off, it's going to be not being able to breathe, because it's COVID is literally showing how important breathing is. Like when that got compromised, everything fell apart. Nothing else could mess things up as much as not being able to breathe. Is the one thing we cannot do without. And then for the breathing, like if you feel in pain, and when you're doing even the alternate nose breathing exercise, if you focus on where you feeling the pain and give it your attention, because where attention goes, energy flow. And if you breathing deeply and then you give in that area that you feeling the pain, your attention, then you'll notice that that pain gonna start to fade away, because you giving it oxygen and you giving it attention. And then it helps to strengthen our immune system. That's why I say, if ideally, if you could do it at night when the body's healing, when we shut our mind down and slow our body down, shut our body down, that would be a perfect and ideal time to like really give it the oxygen it need while we are asleep to heal itself. And it helps to reduce anxiety, pain, and panic, which we all going through. You know, most of us is going through now. You know, we're going through a lot of challenges, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of high stress levels. So this is the time more than any time to focus on these deep breathing, so that we can relax our body. Because when our bodies relax, it can heal. It cannot heal when it's like, am I going to die? What's going to happen next? Oh, what's going? Oh my God! You know, it can't heal when it's in a fight and flight mode. And you can actually sleep better. So if you breathe in deep and do try at least 5 minutes at night. If you do 5 deep breathing exercises at night before you go to bed, you'll see you'll sleep better, you'll sleep deeper, you'll feel more restful when you wake up in the night. So it's a powerful, powerful game changer, essential, vital nutrient, this oxygen that we take for granted, because, you know, just breathe. Nobody taught us how to breathe, because that's what we're supposed to normally do. But, you know, sometimes our breathing stories can be compromised through traumas. So knowing that you just learned how to do the alternate nose, if you want to do the full diaphragmatic breathing exercise, I give one that's more extensive, on where we also going to do more of the brain stimulation. We're going to do some cleansing breath, and that one cleanses the lungs, because that one is important now, because our lungs is compromised, and it stimulates the cells and refresh the entire system. So the cleansing breath is a really good one. And the emotional clearing one, that one release stress and anxiety. And that one, I incorporate some tapping, some forgiveness. That one is integrated with some other stuff. And then you have the pain relief, a powerful tool for pain relief. Like when you're breathing in deeply and you focusing on where the pain is and giving your body that smile, wow, changes happen quickly. And recharging your body. We all need to recharge. It helps us to increase and store up. This way you learn how to store up additional oxygen and have a good supply for you to feed on all day to get more done out of your day. And there's so much more. So if you are passionate and into breathing like I am, then, you know, check out my full diaphragmatic breathing. You're going to get a lot of bang for your bucks. So I just want to thank you. We're going to go to some questions and answer now. I'm going to stop this share, but I just want you to know I am here and I care about you, my comrades. I'm just a phone call away. So I love feedback. If I could have done this better, if you would have want more conversation engagement, let me know what your needs are. And I love reviews. You know, it helps us during these times. So if that works for you. And I love for you to go to my storefront.hawaiiacs. That's where you're going to get the free credit repair, because that's what I do in the military. I was budget officer. So I'm giving a free credit repair there, because if we learn how to manage our money, then we won't be stressing out so much. And then we could actually really take our breathing to the next level. So thank you for your time. And I'm going to stop sharing now. So try my storefront, hawaiiacs.com, and see what you can get. So any questions, anything to share? Let's see what you guys had in there.
This was great, Arlene. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. So no one have any questions? No information to share? No stories around your breathing or anything?
Oh, we've got a question.
Okay. Was it a good presentation? Did you get any value out of it? Thumbs up, conversation, nada?
I felt that was very well, because I feel I don't breathe as much. I mean, we breathe, right, but not the way we should be.
Consciously.
Yes, absolutely. So it's a good reminder. So you got thumbs up all over the place.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I just want to be able to give back as best as I can, and the things that impacted my life the greatest. So thank you. If, I guess, Melissa, is there anything else you want to?
No, I will say to you, mahalo.
Thank you. Mahalo from Hawaii. Thank you, guys.
Yes,
Appreciate
yes.
you for your
All
time
right.
and your attention.
Great. Nope, great. You got some great feedback in the chat. And so again, thank you so much, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day and continue to keep on breathing.
Yes, get your buddy. Find your accountability buddy.
That's a good thing.